All right,
Please.
it is 7:45 a.m. I'd like to call the Brimfield Township public hearing to order on Wednesday at 7:45 a.m. John, can we have a roll call, please?
All those in attendance, Mike,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes,
we have a full board for the public hearing.
All right, I need a motion to accept the agenda for the public
I will
hearing.
make that motion, Nick.
second,
All those in favor, Mike,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Sue,
yes,
motion passed.
All right, public comments and questions before we get into each partial. Mike Ladd, did you have any submitted public comments or questions related to this public hearing, not previous ones?
No, nothing on this meeting.
Okay.
Pre-
Mike and Sue, did you guys have anything brought
No,
to
I
you
don't.
for the public?
no,
Okay, neither have I. All right, hearing no public comments, we will move into the actual agenda. Mike Ladd, I'll let you take this over. Talking about the rezoning for each partial, we'll have the discussion and then we'll do an individual vote by partial.
And then you'll actually do the vote at the trustee meeting, 8 o'clock, right? This
Yes.
is just a public hearing. Okay.
Correct.
So the applicant is Brimfield Development Company Ltd. They're changing the RO residential office district to integrated commercial in Maple Crest West off of Route 18. There is one recommendation that came from regional planning over to the zoning commission in which they agreed and approved and submitted it over to you as well. And that is the general commercial zoning to integrated commercial also for the pump station. There's a little parcel, a little sliver that was left off when we changed all the GC a while ago, but I know it's the pump station for the county, but we still would like to have continuous zoning there as well. And Todd, do you have all the documents that were submitted to regional? If you could go over those really quick with them, that'd be great.
Okay, so did you guys, can I share a screen real quick or no?
Yeah, you should have that ability.
All right, so I was gonna, let's see here. I don't know if I can share my screen the way I want to share it though.
See, we're seeing a map now.
Okay, good. And I wonder if I can flip back and forth here. No, but maybe I can pop other
If you
maps
click
up.
the top banner, you should be able to pick the different top banners up there.
Yeah, okay, so here's the property. So this is what I showed at regional planning. Here's the property. The rezoning is this area right here, if you can see it. And this area, this is the area that's being proposed from residential office to the IC district. This area was already changed from RO to, well, this area was already IC, I believe. No, GC. This is GC down here. There's another map to show this. And then this piece was the one thing that we, regional planning, noticed. They had this little floaty piece of RO here, and it's owned by the Summit County Water Resources Department. It's a pump station for all the projects that are on Talmadge here. So our recommendation, which was to recommend that this also be changed to general commercial. And then again, this is the applicant's request to go from the RO to IC. And then this next map was kind of a, what's happening in the area. As you may know, in Talmadge here in the Summit, they're putting a residential subdivision in, and I found the residential map for this, and they're putting a really big buffer area in here. They're going to leave this all undeveloped, so they're not going to have any houses up against the county line there. So there's going to be a buffer there. Yeah, on this side you already have the Menards, and then there's already just Cricket in the back here. So they could do office there, they could do residential there. The next project or next map here is just showing the zoning area itself. Here's the environmental that we showed at regional planning, and what this is here is showing hydric soils. And what hydric soils are, they're not wetlands per se, because if they're wetlands, they'd come up as wetlands. But hydric soils are not really great for putting basements in because they're holding a lot of water. There's a high water table typically with those. And for heavy structures or foundations, typically you want to do some extra reinforcing there, just so there's no sinkage into the soil. So it's just kind of like a warning thing to the developer and to anybody else who might be concerned about that kind of stuff. And so this is the existing land use. So this is all showing as residential, even though I don't think there's nothing back here. This is shown as vacant. And where did this existing land use map come from? It comes from how the auditor appraises the land, what the auditor thinks the land is actually being used for. And here's the existing zoning as of today. And then this is what it would look like if you recommended approval. And if I go back to the existing zoning, you'll see that little piece of RO that we were talking about over here that we said, well, why should there just be this piece of RO all by itself? So that's why we recommended it going to GC. As far as the staff report, this is probably beyond. Does my staff report come up there?
No,
It
we
didn't come
only
up.
see your,
All right, I will reshare. All right, here we go. So this is the final conclusions of our staff report that should be coming up okay. And
Yep.
and you may have a copy of it, maybe you don't, but most of this is site plan related stuff. So we're talking about zoning. A lot of times people want to talk about the site plan at the same time as zoning, but really it's just zoning right now. They could come back with all kinds of different things. If they propose something to us, they could always change that even after the zoning was approved. So, basically the real basic stuff like a traffic study should be done, to ensure public safety. That's an obvious thing. Obviously they need to coordinate with water resources about water and sewer provision because that area is pretty much packed in right now. I mentioned the hydric soils to you in number 3, that they need to, be careful with what kind of structures they put it there. And I have number 4, I have worked with the township's emergency service provision to make sure that is being taken care of. And I'm trying to get to the top of my other, there we go. 222. And basically that's there. There isn't anything that we're suggesting that isn't common sense, really, to be honest with you. But we're just, just leaving that out there, especially for the applicant, to make sure that they consider that at the time they do come in with the site plan. So, and the board voted unanimously to approve the zoning change. And again, we're just a recommending body. We're nothing more than that. So.
okay. All right, thank you for that. Mike Ladd, what was our zoning commission's response to these proposed changes?
So they were all in favor. It was all good comments. At that time, we had one comment from Just Cricket, and they were all in favor of this and the changing.
I think looking at this, my one concern with it is just related to Just Cricket, making sure, and I know this isn't really related to the rezoning, but would be site plan, making sure that we keep a good buffer around Just Cricket with the development of that in the
Right.
future. Which I know that they've done a great job with the Menards Myers project, just keeping that in mind for the zoning department, the buffer there.
Yep.
All right. To the DOF group, anything you want to add for information for us so that we can discuss this in the actual trustee meeting at 8 a.m. For potential vote?
Really, just a couple of just highlights. First off, thanks for everybody's time. We, the Maple Crest project have obviously been a big improvement to the area. It's been a big project for us, and we've been really actually treated really well and had good attention when we needed stuff. Hopefully you guys all drive through there and kind of start to see what's coming out of the ground. Obviously, we hope we get some industrial and some techie companies in the back. We've had a swing at a few of them. Lost one up to Streetsboro, but hopefully we have opportunity to land a couple things. I just want to mention that businesses follow where people go. There was a change where people would follow where your employer was, or where there was a job opportunity. It's kind of the opposite now, and people are looking for quality of life. And this area, I don't know how you guys feel, but it feels like it's like popular and growing, and has a bright light underneath it, over top of it. Pulte opened up, I know, in Talmadge, but it had the strongest sales they've ever had in the history of this company in the state of Ohio. They had 17 new home sales in one weekend. And that's a record for them. These are not inexpensive homes. These are nice homes. These are the kind of, probably, I'm sure, kind of price points you would hope that would bring into the area. And so these are, nice nice folks that are making large investments in the area. Nonetheless, this area, you know, these were long lots, 1,600 square feet deep, 1,600 lineal feet deep. And we worked with Mike Ladd to figure out what really we should do in the back. This is in conjunction with your long range plan. And yes, the big deal is we did get a support letter, actually a written letter from Just Cricket in support of our rezoning. So that was cool. We did work with them on several things and some buffer areas that you spoke about. And also we had a pretty nice discussion with them about what would be the long-term vision here. Yeah, we're pretty excited about it, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. But this would kind of bring everything together. Obviously, there's a road extension that you saw that would be with the front half that we already rezoned, and Just Cricket's entrance would be moved just a little bit, all in conjunction with what they would like. And there'd be some decent public infrastructure that would be, again, hopefully incorporated in the project in an economic way. So we're working with Mike on that. And obviously this is in the JED, and this is this is in the JED, and property taxes. I'm not sure how property taxes are all collected, but this is a area that has some regional cooperation.
Is there, do you have any interest right now in the property? Any buildings? You don't have to name any companies, but is there some
In the
development?
front half, we do. Yeah, nice, really nice company that would be a great addition to the market. I don't think they're ready to make their announcement yet, but you guys will like them. It's a different opportunity for people to buy a little bit better, I'll say, food, more organic, and at a better price point.
Okay, awesome. I'll open it up to the board. Mike and Sue, do you have any questions for them? Because we won't vote on this right now because it's just a public hearing. We'll take it up in action.
Mine was the same one with you, just that Just Cricket is prepared, so that we're at least helping them out. Buffers and all that kind of stuff, which I'm sure they're going to put in. Just hopefully the buffers will be better than Rubbermaid, because those trees are still growing all these years later.
I've reviewed all the information that we're talking about here, so I'm okay with everything.
All right. Well, if there's no other questions for regional planning or the DHOF group, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn the public hearing then.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor, Mike,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Sue.
Yes.
Okay, we are closed at
All right.
7:58.